Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good, perfect, beautiful, glorious, divinely aligned moment of you guys. Got some truth coming out. Every moment is a moment of you, created by you, for you. When we breathe in to the moment and bring our awareness to what is before us in this present moment, we allow the full capacity of our creations, of God's source energy to work for us. When we resist, deny, push away that which is before us in a resistant kind of way, we're pushing forth our power. Oh my God, I didn't know this was coming through. We're pushing away our power. We're diminishing our creation that lies before us. Whether we created it consciously or unconsciously, it's all one and the same. You are a conscious being. You are your higher self all in one. So trusting that which you don't understand from your human limitations, but trusting that which is before you. When you believe and step into that moment of now belief, so it is. So it effing is. You are the creator. You are all powerful. Trusting what is before you to move you, to shift you to a greater alignment and expression of your natural state. You are already healed. You already are all that you are meant to be. It is simply allowing that state to be reflected in your experience. So I'm on a little run here, guys. And you know how I've talked about me breaking my rear view mirror, the driver's side on my truck? Well, it's getting replaced today. And you know what? My awareness was initially a little like, oh, shit, man. And I wanted to cry. And then I allowed my awareness to to zap, to zap the light into that limited thinking. So now I know today the new mirror is a reflection of how I have changed my past through my present moment of now, through the power of where I want to place my thoughts, my focus. So whatever happens, you can always, through your awareness of it just happening, through your awareness, you transmute it into light, and then that allows that insight from your higher self to come forth. So me as simply as breaking that mirror, oh shit, now my human mind's coming in and saying when you break a mirror, you get 7 years of bad luck. No, human mind, don't tell me that. It is me changing my, oh, actually the mirror didn't break. That's right. Thank you. It was just the mirror itself, the glass didn't break. It was just the holder, the case. I have changed my past by aligning to now because everything exists now and we change our past, we create our future, we shift to the reality of that frequency that resonates to this new frequency that we are embodying in every moment of now. So we change our past. That old story is effing gone. Okay. You know how they say let go of the old stories? Well, you let go of the old stories by embodying and allowing all to serve you now, even if it's contrastal, even if it's just to say, oh, I don't prefer this. Thank you, Father, for this. Thank you for this guidance, higher self. I'm going to go around or I'm going to take another path. And a lot of what I have done in the past spiritually is taken on in an unbalanced way that all is for me for a reason, thinking I took it to the extreme where that I thought I needed to push through those things even that I did not prefer. And we are waking up, waking up, waking up. And part of self-empowering is knowing that you don't prefer something and changing your route. Doesn't mean you're bashing it or resisting. You're taking that block or that wall or that unbalanced feeling or experience that you're not enjoying, and you're allowing it to show you you can take a different path. That is empowerment. That is how we make our obstacle, our struggle, and our enemy our friend. We allow it to show us something about ourselves. We allow ourselves to apply the definition, the label, the meaning to it. If we keep applying the same meanings and definitions, which is a certain frequency, it keeps you there of the mass collective. You have come to be anew, to be born anew. When you say you want to be that portal, be that conduit of creating heaven on earth, peace, abundance, dreams come true, that means we need to operate from different definitions and labels. We have to harness in our power, bring it all back in and say, oh, I know 99.9% of the world says this is the way it is. But like the old saying goes, you are the change. Be the change you want to see. Change it. Change it to mean positive. Change it to mean what you want it to mean deep down. See with your God mind, because all is love. All is created in love for love. So what came to me this morning? Good morning, beautiful Christy. Good morning, Master Light Blaster. Linda, Carissa. You guys are also beautiful Facebook user. Run, Rudolph. Oh shit. This is so awesome. So Chuck Berry, Run, Rudolph. I don't know who's writing this, but me and Mythos listen to the Chuck Berry, Run, Rudolph. And it's one of our favorite dancing songs. And I'll even play it in the summer. Run, Rudolph. Um, Whatever the words are. I love that. I love that. The red nose being bright light. We know deep within. Allow that red nose to guide us. Allow that innocence of Rudolph, that beauty. We're overcoming him. Like, oh my God, whoever posted this, Facebook user, this is so, so beautiful and relevant. You guys are the ones creating this message. I step in with a space and maybe a general idea, and you guys tweak it and take it to where it needs to go. Rudolph didn't like the way he looked. He was embarrassed of his nose. Why? Because his dad told him to cover it up. Reindeers, you want to fit in with all the other reindeers. Yet he was the best flyer. He ended up saving Santa in the end. That means that driver's side mirror, that rear reflection, our past is changed. He is now embodied with confidence. He has embraced his unique self. He's learned that his detriment, his struggle, his challenge was to serve him, to guide, to be that lantern. You guys are all master light blasters, blasting through the darkness, allowing the darkness to activate your light, releasing the stories of the past of how you were told you weren't good enough, how you were told you need to pay attention in class, how you were told to, I could never ever do this, guys. Color color in the lines. I can't even do we dance. I cannot follow. I cannot follow somebody else's mold, outline, sketch, dance moves. No, and we're not supposed to. That other person that does all those other things perfect are just a mirror for us to connect to our perfection, our divinity. This makes me so freaking ass passionate because I know I come for freedom, and true freedom is freedom of self to be expressed in the peace, the confidence, and the trust that you are. No longer holding on to doubt, unworthiness, not being good enough, being embarrassed, worried about how you look, worried about how you receive. None of that shit matters when you receive and allow all and step into your power and know that it's all you anyways. Anybody else reflecting any of those emotions within you, triggering them, those are just allowing you to know, hey, I'm still holding a little bit of this. You know, I'm still holding a little bit of this. And that's okay. It's all part of the freaking ass process. So what I woke up this morning, this is what I wanted to share with you all, is in the morning when I first come awake, I am flooded like answers or spirit communicating. And I realize now after listening to Gina's post and the masters about the Silva technique, all of this, that video connected so many dots. And if you guys haven't joined the Master Light Blaster groups, I suggest you do. It is small, intimate group of resonant energies, and even the posts that the people post, the members post, is so relevant to the frequency that we're collected. It's like a specialty pod. We're all Master Light Blasters, whether you are in the group or not. But if you resonate and you like what what space I hold, just go join up. It's a master's group, and it's a private paid membership group, but it is so beneficial where you can practice and work with your light, and everybody there is reflecting each other's light. And yes, we're all doing that. You can think of it as a personal reading, semi-personal. It's like when you get a collective reading or you go on YouTube and they're addressing like thousands and thousands of people, it might be a little bit diluted of a message. You might get it for you, but it might not apply as intensely. And the smaller the groups and the collective little pods that you are in, and your own groups, your own pages, your own people and tribal members, you guys are intensifying, accentuating, illuminating a certain theme within the light. And that's what the masters group is. It's just allowing all to work for us. A light master blaster's energy light is activated through the darkness. We are taking back our power. So anyways, in Gina's post of the Silva technique, it was connecting many dots. And one of the things in the Silva technique was to acknowledge where you're at. And we are all to acknowledge our emotions, our feelings, and where we are at, but not to stay there, to move on to the next technique in that method. Then imagine it little by little, how you want it. Well, that's what life does for us, step by step, little by little. It gives us an opportunity to imagine and exceed and step up our game, go to the next step, push us a little more, but we're not being pushed in, per se, through force. We're being allowing more light. So anyways, I was woken up with when we like, oh, that's what I was getting to. All right, sorry. So as a spiritual person wanting to be all that they're meant to be and blah blah blah, I swayed a little bit to one end of thinking I need to work through everything, and there's something for me to learn, and I surrender, and I got to do this. There's something for me to gain. As long as we believe that, yes. Does it need to be ultimately that way? No. So what Spirit is saying is, yeah, allow your awareness of that feeling, of that emotion, and let it flow through you. We've all heard that. But sometimes in the past, I know I personally will ponder and reflect, and the ego mind wants the ego answer. It wants to know, it wants to understand. And that works for us. Yes and no. Yes and no. It's always this and that. It's always a paradox. It's always yes and no, depending upon your belief and where you're at in your frequency. Every frequency has a certain technique, a belief, and understanding, and you got to go through the steps. But what Spirit is telling me, all of us are ready for, is allow your awareness. Your awareness is your God source energy bringing something to light. So your light, your awareness is that zap. It is that transmutation zap that brings it to light, just bringing it into your awareness. We're at a point now that we know we're God source energy. We know nothing is separate from us. We know we're creating. So now we're able to take this higher frequency of truth that Spirit brought forth to me this morning, that our awareness is the zap. It's through our awareness. That is the light. That is the pure love that we hold within. And we're zapping everything in our awareness to be brought to that higher understanding, wisdom, knowledge, and light to operate for us. So in the past, I would reflect, I would ponder, I'd say, what am I doing wrong? Is it karma? Am I being punished because I didn't do that right? That whole kit and caboodle, and that's all part of our process to bring us to where we are. But now I understand sometimes when we ponder and reflect too long, and want that human ego answer that everything is okay, we densify that to keep being experienced. So you know how we say, oh, we thought we were done with that? Well, obviously we weren't done with that, or we wouldn't keep creating that, because we think there's more and more and more to learn, which there is and there isn't, depending on your soul journey and how far you want to take it and how many times you want to keep recycling the same experience, or the, shall I say, the same energy through different experiences being reflected. So that also brings to mind, yes, when we repress our emotions and feelings, they keep getting processed through different experience. They keep appearing to trigger and to get us to zap it with our awareness. Simply zapping it in our awareness without judgment, then it can transmute and dissipate into the light. And then we don't have to keep those cycles going. So pondering, reflecting, keep on feeding that, keep feeding that thing, sometimes can densify it. Obviously, everyone is at a different place, and sometimes we need that, sometimes we don't. But if you resonate with this message, it's just saying your awareness is that zapping. It is that zapping. It is part of your Master Light Blaster skill. It's part of your superhero power. Oh, yeah, now I see why I keep giving in and compromising, because deep down, I don't think I'm worthy and worthy of to get what I want. It could be simple as that. You got that awareness, boom, let it go. And now you can create a new from that higher frequency awareness. Son of a bee, this is so beautiful. Grand Rising, Brian, Master Light Blaster, Brian, Master Light Blaster, Facebook user. I don't know if it's in Diava, Tristan. Greetings, blessings, and love, dear family of light. And every one of you guys just commenting, what you're doing is you're taking action on what you believe, and you're infusing that into form in the physical. And that's another thing Spirit brings up a lot about taking action that shows the universe that we believe in ourselves. We're confident in ourselves. If you're speaking your truth, then and expressing your light, or doing what you love to do, your investigations or whatever it is, or creations or whatever it is, in any way, shape, or form, it's not the thing that you're doing, it's the energy behind it. It is your divine frequency imprint being expressed. And when you follow through on those things, you're telling the universe, I hope you guys could hear me. And we're going to give her more of that. We're going to keep creating that. But when she thinks she's pondering, reflecting, and she has more to learn, guess what? The universe is going to keep bringing us that too. And the universe is us. It's operating according to our frequency. Look at this beautiful water here, guys. So I found this on my run, and I came over into the woods and on my way back. So I just wanted to share that Ria on the Run. And that's where I really, really gained that support from Mother Earth, the reflections, the nature, the elements, all representing that truth, that alignment, that integration, that physical being in balance. We're already balanced, guys, okay? We already are, but what we're ultimately, but we haven't created the experience of it. Now we're coming into the time, we know we've got a lot of wisdom. We've had a light activating, codes release, and now we're aware enough to actually have the experiences of all that we've been holding dear within our heart. Awareness is a key too. It's all awareness. Our awareness is the light. It is awareness. Our awareness is the light. We are God source energy. What we look at or bring awareness to, we create, we can transmute it, or we can densify it. It is all awareness. That is our God source energy. That is part of the frequency of our God that we are allowing in our awareness. So even though there's so much more available to us, and as we rise in frequency, we'll gain a greater awareness. That's God, mind, God, eyes. Our awareness truly is the light. It is our light. It is our love. And when we are operating as master light blasters, we are called to bring a higher perception awareness into form so we may end that cycle or expand that cycle or illuminate that cycle. Absolutely effing yes, Facebook user. Thank you. That is the goal. That is the goal, to raise our vibration, to get the experience of alignment. We already are aligned. We're already healed. We're already balanced. Anything other than that is just showing us where we are expanding. It's a densification in form to get our attention, to show us where we are being called to expand that awareness, that love, that light, that ego, that Hawk's point of view. Tino. Oh, you are a Facebook user. Yeah, I don't know why, because I've come on StreamYard so many different times. And Tino, I know I normally see your name. And for some reason, at some sites, maybe if you didn't access it, you got to give StreamYard permission. I don't understand that either. I can't even do electric slide. Holy shit. Imagine doing, remember when that big, that popular country line dancing was popular back in the 90s? There's no way in effing hell I could do that because I had to remember moves. Everything I do comes from feeling my own vibe. It has to feel, it has to click. I could never do country line dancing. I could never, once I remember I tried out for cheerleading, and the way my mind works, I cannot, and it has to be something to do with maybe, I don't know. I could not remember the routine. I can't remember even words and songs. I can listen to the same song for 30 freaking ass years on every run, and I don't know the words, but I know the feeling. All right, Master Light Blaster Christy, thank you so much. Tino at the temple, thank you. Linda Ernest, we live in Oz now, and we signed up for spiritual connections in this life, riding the roller coaster. Woohoo! Yeah, it's a thrill, all right. Whoops, I leaned on the tree and all the rain fell. Run, Ria. Santa's got a new something in town. Run, Rudolph. Oh my God, I've even listened to that song a million times. Okay, run, Rudolph. I love that analogy though. That was perfect. That run, Rudolph. Run into your alignment. Run into that experience. It's about just removing anything that's preventing the experience. You guys already are whole. You already are all that you're meant to be. There's nothing that you need to try. We just need to allow that natural light and love and awareness to permeate, to illuminate all that is before us into the love and light that it was originally created in. As I see this beautiful heart rock on the ground. All right, so hopefully my truck will be done here. Sending you guys love and light. Master Light Blasting, thank you so much. You guys are the ones creating this message through your comments, through your awareness. So not only that, through your awareness, you are holding the awareness of the multi-you, the God you, streaming in through your awareness, taking form in your comments, activating something within me, within our spiritual oneness of God and love. Then it comes back through. It's like a bouncing off of mirror reflections, but it's not just bouncing anymore. It's penetrating something deeper beyond the illusion of the mirror. We're permeating and activating something beyond the reflection in the mirror. And that's how we are literally changing the reflection, creating new reflections, new mirrors. Oh, that's so beautiful, guys. All right, guys. May you all shine, not with a tiny little drop, but the entirety of the spectrum, you multidimensionally, of course, according to your soul's journey in the here and now, of all the love and light that you are